Hello, everybody. This is J.Silver here for the very first episode of our free-to-play series, where I play through Honkai Star Rail, and we try to get through all of this game's content without spending any money. So, I just wanted to show you guys where I'm at. I am on the third zone. I'm not going to tell you the name of the planet, although it may get shown by accident somewhere later. But I have been playing nonstop since its release on Tuesday. We're going to start the video in a little bit with a recap kind of showing what I've been doing. I have a backlog of a bunch of footage. So I just wanted to show this beautiful scenery. And yeah, this video will be a little atypical because I'm working backwards right now with footage, and also I had one disclaimer for the very first video of the series, which is straight up, what does free to play mean when I use that term? Free to play to me has 3 levels. So level 1 are people that use the battle pass and or a Welkin Moon or some other weekly or monthly pass that's minuscule in cost, and for them, any unit they pull on the gacha goes for them. Some people, this sounds oxymoronic. How can you be free to play and still spend money? The truth of the matter is that people who play like this are closer in account similarity to these other ways of being free to play than they are to people who spend lots of money. That's just how it is. Like, their accounts are closer to these than they are to people who spend money. That's why I only bring them up. Level 2 is no money spent whatsoever, but any unit goes still. So they're still pulling on the gacha with the resources that the game gives them, and they're just strategizing which banners to pull on because they know they can't get everything they want. And then level 3 is no money spent, no gacha pulls whatsoever, only free-to-play units. I am not going to be doing this. I will be doing this one. The reason I'm not doing this one is I think this is a little hardcore. I think it's basically like the Nuzlocke version of gacha games, and I also think it's not representative of how most people will play the game. Like, most people who play the game who are free to play are still going to be pulling on gacha and using the units they pull on gacha. So it's unrealistic of me to and it's not showing a real free to play experience if I'm not doing that. All right, so let's get right into it. I want to try to keep this video as short as possible despite the disclaimer and the little intro as a first episode uniqueness. So let's get right into it. So we have the birth of my character here, which is, I picked the guy. I picked the guy mainly because I like to identify with my main characters, and these characters are voice acted. So I picked the guy. I did make. I'm going to talk in this video a decent amount about roadblocks that I've come across, and I did come across a couple. The main one is Trailblaze level that is required to progress in certain story missions. So you basically hit a time gate. And when I hit those time gates, if I was still willing to play that day, I started another account on Europe. So I will be using that other account to really just play with units that I am not building on this account, and test out different team compositions, and spend, I guess, on banners that I don't spend on in this game on my main account. I will not be featuring that account very frequently in this series. This series is going to be focusing mainly on this account. The other account will just be the focus potentially of character highlight videos. So if I wanted to highlight a character that I didn't build on my main account, that I did build on my other account, I'll just it'll be a separate video from the series, but that'll be where I'm getting the footage from. So that's, if you see anything going forward, that's where it'll be. So let's talk about the Trailblaze level progression walls. So if you're playing this game and taking your time and not no-lifing it like me, you're probably not going to hit these as long as you're doing your daily missions. Your daily missions are a huge source of XP, so make sure you're doing those. That way, when you never hit a level wall, you're constantly gaining that Trailblazer XP, so that you're constantly leveling up. And that way, when you hit these time gate walls that the game's implemented, like I have, you won't actually have a wall because you'll just be at the appropriate level because you have all the XP you've gotten from doing the daily missions. And using your Trailblaze power is a secondary source as well. Make sure you're using that for resources every day if you can. If you can't, that's fine as well. But everyone has a life, and sometimes you just don't have the time. This game does have a version of condensed resin like Genshin. It just takes a little while to unlock it, so you'll see it eventually, but it unlocks at Trailblaze level 20. I want to say 26 or 27. I don't know the exact level, but it's after you finish Belobog, so it's gonna take a little while to get there, but you will get it eventually. And you basically, it's unlike Genshin, you can't use this for game's version of condensed resin anywhere. You can only use it in the simulated universe, so keep that in mind as well. It's not as good as Genshin's. But what points have I gotten? I've hit 3 different points where I've been time gated out. The first point was at level 24. That one took me basically one night to get through. That one, the 24 one, is what lets you unlock the story quest to finish Belobog. Then once you finish Belobog, the next point is 29 level. That one was a little bit harder, but I still was able to get through it after one reset of dailies. I also, though, had to spend all of my energy, which is a little annoying because once you unlock the next set of missions after you reach 29, you'll very quickly hit level 30, which unlocks the next equilibrium level or world level. But since you spent all your Trailblaze energy already to hit 29, you won't have the Trailblaze energy to use to get the new resources you unlocked in level 2, or with the increase of the equilibrium level. So that was a little annoying, but it's not a huge deal. The big wall that I've hit now is that now that I'm in the 3rd zone and I finished the first kind of leg of story there, I have hit a wall where it wants me to hit Trailblaze level 34, and I've exhausted every single side quest and all my dailies and all my Trailblaze power, and I'm only at level 31. So I'll probably be stuck at that in this time-gated spot all weekend, which is not a huge deal for me because I could spend the time leveling my characters up to 50 and getting resources, all their traces maxed out, and playing with team compositions, trying to push Forgotten Hall and Simulated Universe as far as I can. So I still have things to do, and I can also, if I'm really, really bored, I can push my Europe account as well. But again, if you guys are taking your time and not spending 12 hours a day on it like I am, you're probably not even going to necessarily hit the first couple walls because you're going to be a higher level than I was because of the extra XP you're getting from doing your daily commissions. So make sure you're doing those if you're not. The next thing is, make sure, guys, I'll show you guys maybe at the end of the video. If I remember, I'll bring it up. But every world has a merchant that you can spend a currency that you get from doing side quests and opening chests in that region. That merchant has 4-star relics available for purchase one time each. And it's a full set. Each merchant has one full set. They unlock it player level 20, which is, and these gear sets are really, really good for that stage of the game. Like they'll basically carry you through the game. One of them's basically designed for the physical Trailblazer, which you have to play against. The game forces you to use the physical Trailblazer in the final fight of Belobog. So you're gonna have to build the physical Trailblazer even if you don't want to, at least to that level requirement for the end of Belobog. So the 4-star gear that it gives you is pretty nice there. And then the other set is just a standard kind of DPS set you can give to anybody you want. It's fine on Don Hang, and it's fine on if you pull any of the DPS characters that are like 5-star characters, you can use them there as well. So if you've been watching these gacha pulls, this is a true free-to-play account. I've basically pulled 0 units that I did not already have. I've pulled a Herda, an Asta, a Danhang, and some light cones. And the light cones, I think one of them turned out to be pretty. I played it on the physical Trailblazer, and it was pretty good. It helped me a lot, like early game. I think it was probably one of the reasons why I've never really hit any roadblocks. Aside from this Trailblazer roadblock, I haven't really hit any issues, any points where I've been super struggling at. I think Simulated Universe. Oh, here's our 5-star guys. We got a Natasha, and we got another free-to-play unit. We got a Himiko. So Himiko was in the middle of my, kind of the middle of the bunch on what my wish list was. I really just didn't want Gerard and Bailu because I played them in the closed test and the beta. Those were the two that I pulled. I pulled Gerard in the closed test, and Japard in the closed test, and I pulled Bailu in the beta. So I've just played with them. They're not bad. I just didn't want to play with the same units I've already played with. So, and my 2 most wanted were the Ice Sword user, I think his name's Yang Qing, and then Clara. I wanted Clara as well. Her kit seems really fun to play with. I know Bronya is the best of the best, but I just really, really wanted to build Clara, and I really wanted to mess with the Ice Hunt character. Anyway, I'm happy with Himiko. I've never played with her, so it's still a toy. I am using her. My main account has Himiko, March 7th, the Trailblazer, and Danhang. I plan to save my resources. I have not pulled on. I do not plan to pull on Seely's banner. I don't really want any of the 4-stars on it. So I'm saving for Jing Yuan's banner, who has March 7th, Ting Yun, and Su Shang. I will be pulling on that banner for Ting Yun and Su Shang. I do not, once I get them, I don't plan to continue to pull for Eidolons or Jing Yuan. I just don't think, Su Shang's Eidolons are pretty powerful, but I don't think Ting Yuan's are needed. I think they're good. I just don't think they're necessarily needed. And March 7ths are really good as well. But I'm not over the moon with Jing Yuan, and I'm not sure where I would fit him on a team comp because of his element and because of his class. Because I'm pretty invested in Himiko right now. So it's just not a 5-star I'm super excited about. Now, if I pull Jing Yuan really early, somehow, which is very unlikely, I would go all in on the banner just because at that point I might as well just get Eidolons for the 4-stars on his banner. And if I pull another Jing Yuan, it's just an Eidolon version of Jing Yuan, which is fine. So, but that's my plan currently. My current plan is just to pull, and once I get Su Shang and Ting Yuan on his banner, I'm just going to stop pulling. So that's my plan there. My ult account currently is playing Sampo, Trailblazer, Asta, and Serval. And I do have some healing issues. I probably will have to play Natasha on that team comp as well. At some point, I'll probably have to swap someone out for Natasha until I get the Fire Trailblazer, because I do plan to run the Fire Trailblazer on that account. I just haven't unlocked it yet. So, yeah, those are my banner strategies going forward currently. My team comp, I assume, will be on my main account. Will be Ting Yuan, Himiko, March 7th, and then I want a single target DPS that I just haven't decided on yet. Don Hang is fine. Su Shang is also good. So I just haven't decided on which one I want to play between them. But it'll be one of those two probably. Unless I decide to play some other character. But those two seem to be my picks right now. Going forward, in the next video, I'm going to cover Simulated Universe, I think. The only other real, like, struggle I had in this game so far was Simulated Universe World 2. I think it took, like, 2 attempts for me to beat it, and I could see how it would be more challenging for people who hadn't played the beta or the closed test. And then Simulated Universe World 3 was also very difficult. So those will be what I cover next video. So please like, and subscribe, guys, and let me know what you guys are looking at. Let me know what's going on. Is there any struggles you guys are having? Are there any issues that you guys bring up? What units do you want me to use? Do you guys not want me to play specific units, or you really want me to show off certain characters that I have? I can show you. Yeah, we can maybe go over that in another video on what my plans are. In Forgotten Hall, which I'll be pushing today, you do have to have 2 teams eventually. So there is like a second team that's available for building. So we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys have been having issues with in the comments, and I'll try to cover it in a video. Peace.